Hello everyone, it's me James. As you guys know, I like everything crazy. That's why I go to the tailgate parties. Eagles tailgate. C6, 4th and John, because in the Wells Fargo Center parking lot, there's nothing but craziness going on there on game day. I just saw a YouTube video of 3 guys. They're traveling through the tailgate lot. And they did a lot of crazy stuff. Chucked the beers and smashed the tables like the Bills Mafia. It's just an incredible experience when you're out there with the good food and drinks and the environment of all the Eagles super fans out there wearing completely out of this world costume. That's for the game on Sunday for the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles. And I just love it. I cannot describe. So I'm encouraging anybody, any Eagles fans, even if you're not an Eagles fan, you got to go out there on game day in the Wells Fargo Center's parking lot or the parking lots surrounding the Lincoln Financial Field, and just to check it out and experience it for yourself. And don't worry about have to pay $80 for a tailgate. You can go to 4th and John. It's at lot G2, right next, right behind the Xfinity Live, actually. And also C6 tailgate. You must check this one out. Those tailgate parties are completely free. And it is just so much fun. And if you're lucky, you might meet Jason Kelsey. He was there. And last week at the tailgate party, they had Pennsylvania's governor and the honorary captain of the day of the Eagles game, Ricky Waters, was there. So you never know who you're going to meet there. I'm getting all dressed up today. Actually, I have nothing on. I'm shirtless. And this is because I'm dressed up in honor of my new friend that I met at the C6 tailgate. He's known as No Shirt Dom. No Shirt Dominic. He wears a sign that says no, and in the background there's a print of a t-shirt. So it's another Eagle super fan. He's known as the No Shirt Dom. So if you go to the Eagles tailgate parties, you got to check him out. This guy is completely crazy. Like I said, I like crazy. And this guy jumping from my camera and he start to rap, he start to chant. It was just totally off the hook.
No shirt down, baby! No shirt down! E-A-G-L-E-S! Eagles! It's game day, baby! It's game day! It's game day! No shirt, no care! It's game day! CTX, no shirt! Oh, bird, baby.
And I'm dressed up like him today, not only to promote him and what he does with no shirt on in the 30, 35 degrees weather. It's all because of it's Eagles game day. And I like it because I think it is great, just like all the other Eagles super fans. Each one is dressing their own, whatever they think they are, or superheroes, whatever they're trying to be. And then there's this guy Slasher. He has he's wearing like a chainsaw massacre mask. I have never seen his face. And then he's got some kind of knife, some kind of big knife all lit up, and he slashes people. And also I saw mascot Troy. He's a Steelers super fan, and he was there for the Eagles and Steelers game. So there are all those super fans out there dress up in their own whatever it is, and it's just so much fun to meet those people and hang out with them. Uh, you got to go to one of those Eagles tailgate parties if you have not been to one before. That's all I'm saying. So, big news. Last week, the Philadelphia Eagles played Washington Commanders, the Redskins. And unfortunately, the Eagles lost to the Commanders by all 3 points. And all this happened in the last 2 minutes of the game, as usual. And I had an idea. I think NFL games, it shouldn't even be 4 quarters, usually last for about 3.5 hours. They should just play 2 minutes. That's because that's all matters. And it's a very physical game for both the offense and defensive players. So really, NFL games should be 2 minutes long. But the league will never do that. It is because they need the whole game. So they can fit in all those TV commercials, and that's how they make their money. So they will never have the game uh, boiled down to just 2 minutes. But if you think about it, they play for 4 quarters and risking of players getting injured. And players do get injured very often. I mean, it's just like a regular thing in NFL games. People get injured almost every game. Sometimes people get injured severely, and NFL have been criticized for concussions. So it should be a 2 minute game, but they will never do that because that's how they make their money. Uh, Unfortunately, that's what happened in this game. Earlier on, the Eagles was winning. They were leading by three scores, but Jalen Hurts, Eagles quarterback, had a concussion protocol, so he was pulled off the field, and then the Eagles had to play with their backup quarterback, Pickett. Pickett was playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers before as a backup quarterback. And what happened in this game is that he is not a bad quarterback. But since he hasn't, this is just my opinion, since he hasn't been playing in the games, because usually the starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts, plays, and Pickett's on the sideline. And he hasn't had a real on-field experience this year so far. So the lack of experience and just cause him like not really in touch with being on the field and playing a real game. So I think it's because of that, and it caused the Eagles to lose the game at the end. And I believe if Jalen Hurts uh, didn't get pulled off the field for the concussion protocol, and the Eagles have also win this game. So now you guys know how important Jalen Hurts is to the Philadelphia Eagles as a quarterback. And there's no more questions and doubts about if Jalen Hurts is overpaid or he's not playing good and he turned the ball over, whatever. There's no more doubts about that because Jalen Hurts wins the game. And we just saw the proof on the last week's game when they put on the backup quarterback and the Eagles lost the game by 3 points all in the last 2 minutes. And sometimes it's hard for people to put it like exactly what went wrong and who is to blame for a team to lose a football game, especially Philadelphia Eagles, because people hear all the fans, if the Eagles lost the game, the fans can't wait to jump out and pointing fingers at the head coach or the quarterback or at somebody else. And the fans, the Philadelphia Eagles fans, are always looking for somebody to blame. And that's why I have a lot of respect for Seth Joyner. He's a former Eagles player and now a Eagles game broadcaster. And I have saw a couple of the post game podcasts that he does at the Parks Casino Sportsbook. It's called Parks Bet, and he does a post game show after every Eagles game over there at the Sportsbook. And I always thought Seth Joyner. A lot of people thought he's angry. He's an angry person because he's always appears to be really mad and angry. It's kind of scared to watch him on the TV. He used to do the post game show on the NBC Sports Philadelphia. But actually, I personally talked to him, and he told me he's not angry. He told me he's passionate about the game, and now I see what he's talking about, because now the post game podcast from Parks Casino, he is right on. I believe he's right on. I saw some of the highlights on Facebook. Like I said, he can point his finger and point out exactly who is to blame and what is wrong and why did the Eagles lost the game. So, you know, I'll show you the footage, and you guys might want to check out his podcast after each one of the Eagles game.
Start with, Jalen Hurts being knocked out of the game. I think that the rest of the nation and the media in Philadelphia can understand the importance of having Jalen Hurts on the field. Kenny Pickett in a valiant effort. So Saquon had tough sledding because not only were they stacking the box, but they were crashing that end guy on the line of scrimmage on all the handoffs and all the read options, knowing that Kenny Pickett's not going to keep the football. And that made the offense kind of one-dimensional. And the thing that I'm peeved about the most, I'm really pissed off at C.J. Gardner-Johnson, because he hurt this team immensely. It threw the secondary in disarray in the second half, him running his mouth and getting thrown out of the game. He talks too much, and they need to get this under control because he damaged this team in a mighty, mighty way. We can talk about Devontae dropping that ball, yes, but this game has a lot to do with Jalen Hurts being out of the game, and everybody now understands the importance of what he means to this team. All of these knuckleheads is talking about, any quarterback with this amount of talent could step in and get the job done. Kenny Pickett couldn't get it done today. One touchdown is the difference in this game. So don't talk to me any longer about any quarterback could step into this offense with all the talent that the Philadelphia Eagles has and be successful.
So the Eagles played pretty good against the Commanders. They outscored the Commanders many times throughout the game. But Jalen Hurts got hurt. The kicker, Jake Elliott, he made every kick. Saquon Barkley is amazing. He had another one of those nearly 70-yard rush touchdown. A.J. Brown is playing good, so there really is nobody to blame for it, but it just happens. It's just meant to be that Jalen Hurts had an concussion protocol. He hit his head on the ground during a run, so it's unfortunate, but hopefully, this week, this Sunday, the Eagles playing the Dallas Cowboys. So once again, it's the Cowboys sucks week, and I love it because it's just crazier. It's just crazier when the Eagles plays the Dallas Cowboys because Eagles fans hate Dallas Cowboy, and we say Dallas sucks. So this is the second Dallas sucks game, and this one just happens to be a home game. And on the social media, all the Eagles fans already start bitching at the Dallas Cowboys early. I have noticed since 2 weeks ago, I start to seeing a lot of postings, the Dallas sucks postings. There are all kinds of pictures and graphics. It's just really crazy. And I think at this point, after last week's game, the Cowboys, they are already out of the playoff pictures again for this year. And they choke in the playoff games anyway. And it's just everything about Cowboys is wrong. You know, I've been saying it. You can see in my last episode, the last time when the Eagles played the Cowboys. In that episode, I explained extensively about why the Eagles fans hate Dallas. But everybody knows, anybody knows NFL knows, the owner Jerry Jones, he's the CEO and he's the owner and he's the general manager of the team, and he makes all the calls. So, you know, it's really dumb and it's really stupid because each position, you know, takes different talent. So, I mean, you can tell me Jerry Jones are talented other than he's just being cheap. He take all three positions, four positions, and he you know, he pocket the money himself so he don't have to hire somebody else to do it. But it really doesn't work that way, you know. So there's a lot of people joking about he might as well just be the head coach too or play the game himself. So, you know, Jerry Jones sucks. Their quarterback, Dak Prescott, is a fraud, and the Dallas sucks. And also, I saw on social media there's a lot of things about Delco, Delaware County. It's an area right outside of city of Philadelphia, and a lot of people say Delco, it's like their own state. Uh, and I believe it because, you know, I this week when I went to the event outside of a bar, I think it was the Yard Pub in Havertown, and I saw a Delco Eagles flag out there. And when I went to the Wawa's grand opening event, it was near the Springfield, Pennsylvania, and there's this one guy was holding up a Delco Wawa flag. So everything's Delco. And I saw the Philly sports guy. He hangs out at the Dolan's bar a lot. And they were singing this Dallas Sucks Christmas song. Check it out.
Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. Here we go. Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. Nice job, everybody.
That was really funny. That just shows you how much the Eagles fans hate the Dallas Cowboys. Anyways, I also saw Jamie is selling a new product. All the super fans nowadays, they have their own T-shirt, their own chain and link necklace, or some kind of clothing line. So all this Eagles fans is selling something, and Jamie is coming out with a new liquor or some kind of iced tea shots.
Philly sports guy here. Today I get to bottle my liquor. That's right, it's called TNT Dynamite, and I can't wait for you guys to taste it. First batch. That's what I'm talking about. I'm ready to explode on the scene at a tailgate near you. Be the first to know about the original Sweet Tea Shots, TNT Dynamite, at sweetteashot.com.
I saw this video on Facebook or TikTok. I couldn't remember, but Jamie is definitely selling some kind of liquor, and he said to check it out at a tailgate party in the near future. So I'm sure when I go to the C6 tailgate this Sunday, I'll see the product and I'll definitely try it. You know, it's a good thing that Jamie's able to getting a liquor brand in his name among other things he was selling. So I remember a few years ago, Jamie actually had his own sports trips. It was a bus tour to the Washington Redskins game uh, in Maryland. And I was thinking, back then I was thinking, what is he getting himself into? You know, and then later on, you see him on TV more and during the Eagles game, and you see him everywhere. And then he's selling more and more stuff, and now he's actually being sponsored by Tick Pick. You see him wearing the Tick Pick sticker, and the Garage Beer, and all those companies are endorsing his super fandom. So I was thinking, right, since Delco is so proud of themselves like a city or a state, and also they got all this super fans and people live in the area in Delaware County. So I always have all these wacky ideas, you know. Last year when I saw Jamie at the WMMR Preston and Steve show, Camp Out for Hunger event that was in the parking lot of the Xfinity Live for a whole week. And Preston and Steve plays all those wacky games with the fans, and they were doing some kind of scavenger hunt out there in the parking lot. And Jamie bought his son, and his son's face is all painted, and he calls him uh, the Philly sports kid, since Jamie is the Philly sports guy himself. So I had an idea. Why not have Jamie, right, the Philly sports guy, to start his own, like a football team in Delco, Delaware County, right? And I think it's kind of funny because since it's Delco, they can call it, the team can call themselves the Delco Del Pickles, right? Not only rhymes, and it you know, it might sound a little bit funny, but it's not too crazy because a few years ago, the B League baseball team, the Trenton Thunders, they changed their name to the Trenton Pork Rolls, because, as you know, in Philadelphia area, not only we have the cheesesteak and the roast pork sandwich and the soft pretzels and tasty cakes. Also, pork roll, it's a big thing for breakfast. It's something like a Canadian ham, but it has a sour taste to it. So, you know, pork rolls really big in Philadelphia, and then Trenton Thunders was sponsored by a pork roll company in the area, so they changed their name to Trenton pork rolls, right? So we love food. We go to the tailgate party. We love food. So Del Pickles, I think is a great name. If Jamie's ever going to start his own flag football or whatever football team, and they deserve one over there. They have so much pride, and the people from Delaware County loves sports. They love the Philadelphia Eagles. So Jamie has his own podcast and everything. So the Philly sports guy Del Pickles, I think is a great name for a sports team in Delco. So, anyways, enough said about all that crap, and now I'm gonna get to the events of the week. Like I said, the end of the week, game day on Sunday, the Eagles lost to the Commanders. Unfortunately, they lost 3 points. That's all to it. 3 points they lost to the Commanders. Uh, so it's the week didn't start out right, and it did not end right. So it was a really bad week for me and other Eagles fans, I'm sure. So what happens this week with the events? It didn't start out right. On Monday, December 16th, as usual, I went to the All Pro Philly Players Show at the Chicky and Pete's in Marlton, New Jersey. I go there because it's closer to my house. Uh, Beginning of the season and also near the end of season during the playoff games, I do go to Chicky and Pete's in South Philly because it's an easier time at the beginning of the season when everything just gets started and there's a lot less people there and the players are nicer. In the middle of the season, things happen, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Uh, so the special guest for this week's show, it was Cooper DeJean, the guy that flipped King Henry during the Baltimore Ravens game. So he's known for that, and he's a new player, but he's known for something great that he did on the field. So people want to meet him. He appeared in South Philly a couple of times, and I missed him each time in South Philly because I did not go there, like I said. So I went to Marlton with a couple of pictures and hoping getting an autograph from him. And they usually, so far this year, all the players sign autographs. Uh, so I didn't expect any problems. But when I got to Chicken Pizza in Marlton, and I noticed they sent a bouncer from South Philly over there, and that's unusual. And the bouncer was, just chat with me. He was telling me about, what happened in Philly, supposedly, and other fans was talking about it too. So I put all the bits and pieces of different stories together. I think what happened was a couple weeks prior to last Monday in South Philly when Cooper DeJean was there, and people were lined up to getting an autograph from him at the end of the radio show, the Players Lounge radio show, and then uh, some of the fans that did not get an autograph, or some of the fans that did not want to wait in line and do it the right way, they were waiting outside for Cooper DeJean to come out and trying to get an autograph from him. But that's not always allowed. So when the radio show was completely over and Cooper DeJean was departing from Chicken Pete's, and he was followed and protected by the bouncers, and sometimes the Eagles send out the security personnel there. So anyway, he was protected, but then the fans uh, stalked him and bugged him for autographs, and then one of the fans got in a big dumb which is the Eagles head security. He must have got involved at one point, and one of the fans got in Big Dom's face and was calling him names and cussed him out, and then uh, after that incident, and the Eagles must said no more autographs. So I put all the bits and pieces of the story together. That's what I get out of it. But I did not know all that when I first started to talk to the bouncer from South Philly, and he was telling me, he has to talk to the player when the players arrives about autograph or no autograph. He doesn't know, so he's being truthful, and he's a nice guy. I talk to him all the time because it's autographs and pictures and stuff is always up to the player's discretion. So, anyways, that day the radio show was great as usual, but everybody was only allowed to take a picture with Cooper DeJean, and there was no autographs. So there were a lot of people, bought the footballs, and even the kids, bought the footballs, mini helmets, all kinds of stuff, jerseys for the player to sign, and there was no autographs. So that was that, and that was not good. And then on Tuesday, December 17th, once again, I went to Chicken Pete's on the Boulevard on Route 1, right outside Philadelphia, for the Pro Football Report show. That's another radio show. It's done by WBCB Radio with the voice of Philadelphia, Merle Reese, and Eagles insider Dave Spadaro hosting the show. And this time, it was the special guest was Aeneas Smith. It's really hard to say his name. It's really hard to pronounce, but I believe it's Aeneas Smith. Yes, he is a current Eagles player. It's just that he hasn't been playing, so you have not seen him on TV, and you don't know who he is. So Aeneas Smith was there. He got there a little bit late, but he did the show. And it was great as usual. Chicken Pizza. I get there before 6 p.m. so I can get the happy hour food. Half price pizza, shrimp, fried, boiled, or cocktail shrimp, all different styles of shrimp, and chicken wings. Love Chicken Pizza wings, half price during the happy hour. So we get a bunch of food. We sit there. We wait for the radio show. And then during the commercial break, we get autographs. And at the end of the show, take a picture with the player. It's always good. So let me show you. Aeneas Smith. Wow. I actually got 2 pictures signed. I didn't even know. That's the player, and that's the autograph. It's hard to see the number on the other picture, but this one you can see. It's number 82. This guy really plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's just that he hasn't been playing because he's new. And I guess they didn't need him yet. But he is on the team. All right, so we move on to Wednesday, December 18th. There was a skate park in this area, grand opening. It is at the Cooper River Park, which is a park along the Cooper River, kind of across Ben Franklin Bridge, on the Jersey side. And it's in Cherry Hill Township and Camden County. They, after many years, a lot of people asking for and requested, they finally built a skateboard park. And I love skate parks because, I used to skate when I was younger, and it's always fun. So They had the county commissioner and the parks and recreation people there, and they had a whole ceremony, and then they cut the ribbons, and there were a lot TV stations, NBC, CBS, they were all there to film the event. And shortly after the ceremony, the skate park was open to the public. So there were a lot of skaters there ready to skate. It was fun watching people skate, and a lots of them, most of those skaters are really good. And even though the park rules says no scooters, no bikes, but there were people riding BMX bikes, and a couple of scooters was there. So nobody said anything, and I guess it's okay. So it is an all-purpose skate park, and it's brand new. They got ramps, and they got the quarter, the quarter pipe ramps, and a lot of bars for grinding. And believe it or not, I even skated a little bit myself. So that was a lot of fun. The grand opening of the Cooper River Skate Park in Camden County, and then Thursday, December 19th, it was the big event because we won the tickets last week to go to the WMMR Steve and Preston Christmas Miracle live radio broadcasting show at the Colonial Theater in Phoenixville. Phoenixville, it's about an hour away from here. It's past King of Prussia. It's a little bit far away, but that's where the event took place. And this show is known for giving away a lot of big holiday gifts. You can play the games uh, on the show if your name's called, and you go up on the stage and you play the games. Uh, some of the games are as simple as yes or no. And I love that game because they put you in a box, and then the host on the stage will hold up a paddle. It either says yes or no. And since the the contestants inside a box, so you cannot see the stage behind you, and you have to guess. You have to say yes or no. And if you get the answer right, it's only two answers, yes or no. And if you get it right, and then you get prizes worth like thousands of dollars.
Brian, we are going to give you oh wow, this is pretty awesome. We are going to give you a $1,000 Amex gift card and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 merch pack, and the merch pack has all of this. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Santa hat, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 ball, a full set of 4 Sonic the Hedgehog 3 plush characters, full set of 4 Sonic the Hedgehog 3 dad hats, and a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 bracelet, and a 30-pack of Miller Lite on top of that. Ryan Prozay, congratulations, $1,000. Amazing.
This one guy's got 2 scooters and a bunch of gift cards, and other people got $1,000 worth of 10 of the $100 gift card for different restaurants and gift shops in the Phoenixville area. And people have won Xbox, PlayStations, 80-inch TV, and some people get multiple prizes with vacations, and also Miller Lite for a year. So there were a lot of great prizes for people to win, and Preston and Steve show. It's a morning show on WMMR radio, and it's a crazy show. It's known for being a crazy show, and their fans are crazy too. So it was a lot of fun. When you get there, they had some breakfast stuff like bagels and cream cheese and sticky buns, and then they had water and orange juice for breakfast. And then I actually sat in that room for the show for the whole 3.5 hours, and in the morning, and I only got up one time during the commercial break to go to the bathroom. And also, everybody gets a door prize. When you go in there, they give you a box. You can pick out a box. All it's inside is just some snacks, like crackers and stuff. But this box has a number on there. And then once every while during the radio broadcasting, during the commercial break, they'll call a number. And if your number matches the number they call, which is a whole group of people, and then you go upstairs to the gift room, you can get a T-shirt or, sweatshirt, concert tickets, and stuff like that. So everybody gets a door prize, so nobody leaves empty-handed. But I have no luck this week. We have no luck. We couldn't win anything. So we did not, we weren't even called up to play the games on the stage. But we did get some nice door prizes, which I can't really complain. You guys already saw this box, and you know what it's for. And then when you enter, they give you a gift bag, drawstring bag. It's a pretty nice bag, actually. And inside of the bag, there's a tumbler of some kind from one of their sponsors. And beef jerky. That's all that's in there. And also this bag, Phoenixville bag. You can put your stuff inside. That's what I did. Did not win anything big. See Preston and Steve show. For the door prizes, I got a really nice Kristen and Steve show related t-shirt. No set, bro.
All right, so I'm going to call out a number. When I call your number, I will tell you what prize you have won, and the prizes are going to range in size and value, but nonetheless, it's something we wanted to make sure that everybody got something. So our first number called is box number 32. And every single one of you gets a Preston and Steve No Sad Bro t-shirt.
And a really nice WMMR hoodie sweatshirt. This is really nice. It's very good material. It's thick and it's comfortable. And then I hate Steven Singer. It's a jeweler that sells jewelry, sells diamonds. Steven Singer's there every year to give out a pair of diamond stud earrings as one of the prize for the games. So he said everybody that was at the show that day, go to Steven Singer and you can get a free $100 worth of merchandise. And he said that there are plenty of things, merchandise, jewelries that are under $100. And we went over there and we only had to pay $5 and some change for a pair of white 14 karat 14K white gold earrings. Only had to pay $5 for the tax, and it was like $89 earrings plus tax. So we just paid a little bit of the tax. That's over $100. And the good thing is they had those I Hate Steven Singer footballs in the showroom. Wow, it does say Philadelphia Eagles. I didn't even see that. I will grab a few more of it. Yeah, so I got a few of the Steven Singer's footballs, and the things are great because if I see some Eagles players that I don't really need, I already have the autographs, or some not important players, I can always have them to sign one of this football because it does have the Philadelphia Eagles logo on there. So I think it's a good thing. So it it took all morning, for the Preston and Steve show. And when I got home, I was really tired, and there were still other things to do. So I got some rest, but then the next morning I had to get up early. It's Friday, December 20th. I was going to this Wawa grand opening I was talking about earlier in the show. I couldn't remember where it was, but it's actually in the Ridley Township uh, Wawa grand opening. And this one, okay, so now, if you don't know what Wawa is a convenience store that started out in the Philadelphia area and then spread out. Now they're all along the East Coast, especially off the Highway 95, like all the rest stops. Uh, they're everywhere, all the way down to Florida. There are a lot of Wawas, and they're known for their Philadelphia style hoagies, which is a, a sub, like Subway, sandwich. And they're known for hoagies, and they sell the soft pretzels. So, Wawa's great, and most of them has converted to Super Wawa nowadays. They have a gas station and then have bathroom, because the older, smaller Wawa don't have bathrooms and they don't have gas stations. So anyway, this one is special because it is the last store they're opening this year, and this is their 60th year anniversary. So it's the last store they're opening in 60 years of Wawa of this year. And they had Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders and the Eagles drum line out there. And also they say they have the special commemorative of 60 years of Wawa t-shirt to give away. And then they had a hoagie making contest. I guess hoagies, sandwiches also called hero. So they had a hero sandwich making contest with the the policemen and firemen from Ridley Township area. So it was a lot of fun. They had a photo booth there. I took some pictures with the old style Wawa milk horse carriage in the background. And I took picture with Swoop and the cheerleaders. And the cheerleaders was out there dancing, and the drum line. They did a good job. It was a good amount of maybe 1/3 of the drum line was out there. It was a good amount of them was out there. And when the store opened and everybody walked toward the door of the Wawa after a short ceremony speech. And then when you walk past by the gift table, everybody gets a free commemorative edition T-shirt. And then when you walk through the door, all the Wawa employees and associates, they're lined up to cheer for you as a customer to entering the Wawa. Extra large. And that was a great experience. And the guy with the Delco flag was right in front of me uh, while we're walking through there, and it was just so much fun. And then they did the hoagie making contest with Swoop and Eagles cheerleaders there. It was incredible. It was incredible event, and I'm glad I was there because it's no ordinary Wawa grand opening, and also every one of the Wawa grand opening, they offer free coffee, so people rush in there trying to get a hot chocolate or any size coffee for free. So here is my shirt. This is the Wawa's 60th anniversary commemorative edition t-shirt. Yep, you can see the whole thing. I'm behind the shirt. I can see nothing. And that's a good shirt to have, because you guys are not going to believe this. I never knew that Wawa has such a big following because of its brand. And there are a lot Wawa fans, just like the sports team had its fans, and Wawa has its own fans. While I was out there, I saw a lot of people wearing Wawa's t-shirts, sweatshirt, hats, and this guy had the Delco Wawa flag. So a lot of people love Wawa so much, and they became a super fan. Actually, there is a super fan I saw on Facebook, and he was on the TV news, because every time you go Wawa, you order something from the kitchen, and then the computer prints out a slip, and the slip is numbered. So this guy collect the number from all the way from 0 or 1, right, the lowest number, all the way to number 999, and then it return to the lowest number again. So this guy collect all the tickets that of the printout that he got from Wawa, from number 0, the lowest number, all the way to 999. So there are a lot of super fans of Wawa, and then they were giving away this hand clipper for the event, Wawa hand clipper. And also I got a nice Wawa hat. This is a throwback edition since 1964. This is a throwback edition of the Wawa hat. So it was lots of fun at the Wawa event with Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders and the Eagles drumline out there. And then also Friday that night, I want to try because the basketball NBA basketball season started again, and the radio station 97.5, they broadcast all the Sixers games. So they're a sponsor of the Philadelphia Sixers. So they do a lot of things that have to do with the Sixers, and also Flyers. Same thing, they sponsor Flyers. So I went to one of their event, and this one is called the Corona Sixers pregame party, and they do it every year. They do it different locations, different bars and restaurants, and you go there. And I remember last year when I went to one of the event that was at a taco restaurant bar. It was in Philadelphia, right in the city, and they had on the radio station's table, it was full of Corona Sixers branded bucket hats and a t-shirt, keychains, all kinds of stuff, stickers, all kinds of stuff they were giving away. And also you can win a pair of Sixers tickets at the end of the event. So I was hopeful when I went there, maybe get some new Corona Sixers swags or gears for this season, for the new basketball season. But what happened was, like I said, it's a bad week, right? So we went there, and the bar, it's at the Yard Pub, and the bar and the restaurant. They had a holiday party in there, in one of their room, and then the bar area had some tables. It was open, but then they stick the radio station all the way outside in a tent, uh, and the whole time there was nobody there. There was nobody in that tent other than the couple of promotional personnel from 97.5, the Fanatic, and Andrew, the on-air personnel DJ was there. Andrew was really nice. He always give me a lot free gift. He's nice, and he was there, and the restaurant stick them into a tent outside in the parking lot, and there was nothing going on there, and it was really, really boring in there. Good thing it's heated because it was so cold outside. Good thing the tent is heated properly. It's nice and hot in there. So at the end of the event, and they had no gift. I have nothing to show you because they had nothing there. I asked them about it, and Andrew even called the radio station or uh, uh, beer distributor. He called somebody, and he said that there was nothing there for them to give away, and it's kind of weird. And he said they're gonna try to get stuff for the next time they have that event. And so there was nothing there to give away. So all we did was just sit there and wait for the drawing for the to win the Sixers tickets. And my friend Jody, she has been really lucky. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, I went to the Eagles game at the Lincoln Financial Field with her because she won the Eagles tickets from one of the radio station events. And so she she won again, right? It was a really boring night, but she did end up winning the Sixers tickets to the Sixers game. So congratulations to my friend Jody, and it's a good thing that somebody we know won something. I have no luck. I win nothing so far this year. So it was just another boring radio station event that happened this week. And Saturday night, on December 21st, Saturday night, we went to the annual Philadelphia Cricket annual party. The Philadelphia Cricket, it's a cricket club. It's a team. They play. You hit. It's kind of like lacrosse, uh, kind of like field hockey. It's a game that you play with a wooden paddle, and you paddle the ball. It's just like hockey, and it's British, and it's India. Indian people love that. So this one, it's actually a very popular sports for the Indians. So this event, the team, the players, they're all Indians, and since they're sponsored by the Parks Bet, the Parks Casino Sportsbook. So every year, the Park Casino does a big annual party for them, and the event is good because they have a lot of food there. The waiter and waitress walk around with food to offer to the attendees, and also this year they set up a small buffet, and they had boneless buffalo wings and vegetable spring rolls, and they were really good because inside the casino they had all kinds of restaurants, Chinese restaurants, uh, American style pub. So they make all kinds of food there, and the food was made properly and was really tasty. They had all kinds of food. the black bean vegetarian burgers and all kinds of stuff, fried shrimp. So, anyways, I ate a lot. I stuffed myself when I got there. I ate a lot. I made sure, I ate. I'm not hungry because so this way later on I can, make the videos and engaging other activities they're doing. So they also had a DJ there, and they give you a bag when you first get there, and I'll just show you. They give you a bag when you enter the door, and then there's some $25 casino vouchers in there that you can use for the casino, and also there's a drink ticket in there, so you can get a drink for free, which is a good thing because at the casino drinks are so expensive. I wouldn't be surprised. A cocktail drink costs like $15-16 nowadays inside the casino, and so the drink ticket's good, and the free casino plays good, and then they during the event they do a raffle drawing, which they draw. I have no luck, like I said. I did not win anything. They draw a lot of tickets. I would say about maybe between 1/3 to half of the people that were there and win something. It's a Philadelphia Cricket jersey. Last year when I went, I got a jersey from the cricket team, but this year they just keep on pulling the tickets. They were drawing until all the jerseys were all given away. I did not win anything, but one of my friend did, and this is what the jersey looks like. It's really nice. It's a cricket jersey. It says Parks. It has their sponsors name on the sleeve and the back of the jersey. It is a nice jersey, but I have no luck this year. I cannot win anything, which is very unfortunate. And also inside this gift bag, there is a Philadelphia Fans sticker. So the team is called the Fans, Philadelphia Fans, PHANS. So the event was good. The food and drink was free, which is always a plus. Cost too much money, to go out to eat at restaurants and stuff like that. So that was good. And Sunday, originally I was gonna go to the Miller Lite away game watch party, which I usually do. But this one is too far away. It's about an hour and a half away from here. It's all the way down the Jersey Shore, nearby Wildwood is actually right outside of Ocean City, New Jersey. It's a far drive. I was going to go there. That's the event with the Swoop and Eagles cheerleaders and the alumni players. And then they also give away some Eagles merchandise. But it was too far away. So I decided to go to the Bud Light pregame party. So, and since it's a 1 p.m. game, so the way they did it was this Bud Light pregame party was kind of like a pregame and in-game party because this party started at noontime and end at 2 p.m. and the game starts at 1. So it's half and half pregame and in-game party. And since the usual host, Ava Graham from WIP Radio, she was having a holiday party at her house. So they send Devin and another radio personnel. I think she does the morning show. They send Devin to the event to do the show, and I have not seen Devin for a while, and you know, it's always nice to see her. And everybody knows she's really hot, right? Look at the picture. So, you know, I took a picture with her, and at this party, they they have not only you can win a pair of Eagles home game ticket for the upcoming Eagles game, and also they say they have Eagles merchandise to give away, which they did. The Bud Light had two Eagles jersey there, and also they had a $150 gift card from Eagles Pro Shop. So they did a drawing during the game every time the Eagles scored. Like I said earlier, Eagles was the first quarter, the first half. Eagles was up 3 scores. So Eagles scored a lot. So every time the Eagles scores, and then they do a drawing. Uh, I did not win anything, and this bar is called Union Jacks, which is it's imitate like the theme is a British, like an old British bar. But if you're there, you know it's fake. There's nothing British about it. They don't even have that much like traditional British pub style food, you know, other than like some fish and chips and stuff like that, which is very confusing because every time I go to the British bar in America, like this one, they're being cheap. They don't want to give out French fries with like uh, burgers or sandwiches. So they said they give you house chips, which is a bag of potato chips. But if you go to a British bar, like such as on their menu says fish and chips, that means the chips is supposed to be French fries in America, right? Chips, British people call chips, French fry chips. So they actually here they give you chips, they don't give you fries, and so you have to spend more money buy fries. So that was very confusing, you know, like if a British person walk into this bar and expect to get a burger and some French fries, which chips, known as chips in a British pub, and then they give you a bag of chips and then I give you a fry. So it's not right. And this place was really tiny. I don't even know why they had events at this place. This place was small. It's just like a size of a corner bar. They have the bar on one side and a few tables on the other side. And there's no room for even for people to walk around. And then the the food menu it's full of chicken wings, burgers, and other open face sandwiches and tacos, which is all American food. There's nothing British about it. But then there were a lot of people there prior to the Eagles game. There were a lot of people there watching the soccer games, which is a European British thing. So people were there watching the soccer game. And once the Eagles game started and the soccer game wasn't quite finished yet, so they had some TV on Eagles game and some TV on the soccer game. It was a big mess. I just didn't like it at all, and it was a bad week. You know, I mean, Bud Light did whatever they had to do. It had nothing to do with Bud Light. It had nothing to do with uh, the radio station. I was not mad at Devin from the radio station or Bud Light. It's this place, it's this bar. It's too small, and then it's a fake British bar. I don't like it. But you know, we sit there as long as we could. The place was too crowded and was uncomfortable. We stayed there till halftime was, you know, and then we left. You know, I went home and finished watching the Eagles game. So that was my week. You know, it's not good because at the end, it didn't start out right. And at the end, the Eagles lost. Uh, so it happens. It's like a schedule loss. It's just a bad week. You know, what are you going to do? Right. Hopefully, you know, it's Christmas this week. And hopefully the Eagles playing the Dallas Cowboys and both teams might be playing with their backup quarterback. So we don't know what's going to happen. But hopefully the Eagles wins this weekend against the Dallas sucks. So now I'm going to quickly get to the upcoming events. The same thing every week, every Monday. It's the Brendan Graham Show at Chicken and Pete's in South Philly, and followed at 7 p.m. by the Players Lounge, and the Players Lounge all features and current Eagles player each Monday night at Chicken and Pete's in South Philly. And also on Monday night, it's the All Pro Philly Show. Takes place at Chicken and Pete's in Marlton, New Jersey. And each show they also feature and current Eagles player. And the show is hosted by Jared Carlton and the Eagles insider Dave Spadaro. And Monday night, WBCB Monday Night Kickoff. It's another radio show that takes place each week at the Great American Pub in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. And this show often features an Philly sports expert or an alumni Eagles player. And Tuesday night, it's the big deal. It's the Merle Reese's Pro Football Report. It's also a WBCB radio show. It takes place at different Chicken Pete's every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. And with it's Merle Reese with Dave Spadaro. And this show features, and nowadays, earlier in the season it didn't, but now they have a current Eagle player on each one of the show. So that's a good show to look out for, to go and get to meet the Eagles player and get an autograph. And then, but like for each one of the Eagles home game, there's a Bud Light Eagles pep rally, and they have a Swoop Eagles cheerleaders there. This year they don't have any players or alumni players there, but then they do the raffle drawing, where you can win Eagles merchandise and Eagles tickets. I like the Bud Light Friday night pep rally, and also for every away game there's a Miller Lite away game watch party. I love that event. Not only Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders are out there, and often they have Miller Lite merchandise, such as I often show, such as like this reversible Eagles headband. They always have some kind of Eagles bottle opener. They always have some kind of Miller Lite Eagles stuff that they hand out, and you sit there, you watch the game during the event, and you can win stuff, and you can interact with, get autographs from the Eagles cheerleaders. I got two more. When I went to Wawa last week, I got two more autographs on my Eagles cheerleader poster for this year, 2024. I got two more autographs on there. You meet the cheerleaders, you can get autographs and take picture with Swoop, and also each one of this game watch party, they will have two alumni Eagles players there, and you can get I'll show you picture cards like this. Get the picture cards from the Eagles legend and have them sign for you. So it's a lot of fun, lots of fun. Sixers Bart Network, I love their parties. They travel on select days. You just look up on the Sixers website under the fans and then Bart Network. I think there's one coming up early in January. It's at Chicken or Eggs in Marlton, New Jersey. The Sixers promotional team, and they bring out the Sixers street team, which they're cheerleaders, and also the drum line. They go out there, they play limbo, they play games, interacting with the fan during the Sixers game, broadcasting on TV. They do the T-shirt toss and all that stuff, just like. And also there are DJs out there. They play the sound, the music, just like as if you're attending a live Sixers game at the Wells Fargo Center. So I love that event. They always have like 5 or 6 pairs Sixers tickets to give away, and you can get the free T-shirt and other Sixers merchandise. So I love that event. It's always fun. And the Corona Sixers pregame watch party, I went last Thursday, and they had nothing to give away. Not like they said, the great prices giveaways. They only had 1 pair of tickets for the Sixers upcoming game that you can win. There was nothing going on there. Hopefully they get some Corona Sixers merchandising in the near future, and I'll go check it out again. So that's all I know. That's pretty much it. And don't forget, this weekend, it's Eagles against Dallas Sox game here at home at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's a home game. So there's going to be crazy tailgate parties, even though it's cold outside. It's cold out here in Philadelphia right now. But go out there. Check out the tailgate parties. 4th and John or C6. Go check it out. And it's all free, Sean cooks great food at C6 Tailgate. Have yourself a cheesesteak. Have a drink of Bud Light. You got to go out there and experience this. We're near the NFL football season, near the end of the NFL football season, and there's only 2 more home games, Eagles home games left, and there's 2 more chances to tailgate. And this Sunday's game, they flexed from 4:25 to 1 p.m. now. So you got to go out there early and meet the Eagles superfans and have yourself a blast. So that's all for this week. If you like my show, please subscribe to my show. And it's nothing but all the craziness surrounding the Philadelphia sports each week. I love crazy, and I'm out there. I'm making videos of whatever's crazy so you can see it. And I'll see you guys next time. Let's beat the Dallas. It's the Dallas Sox week. Let's go Birds. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles!